DeShaun, having played at UCLA and then returning to be an assistant after your NFL career, what did it mean to you to be announced as the head coach of the Bruin football program?
Just something special. Really can't put it into words, but just blessed that I got this opportunity. Martin believed in me, and the program, the players did too, so I'm just excited for this next chapter.
You could see the emotion in the introductory press conference. How long did that last for you before you said, all right, man, it's time for us to get back down to business?
I wouldn't say like right after, but it was pretty close. Yeah. It was close, but it was a good couple days, seeing alumni, ex-teammates, and just meeting people and seeing how much support we have, but it was awesome.
Lots been made of the difference in personalities between yourself and Coach Kelly. From a strategic standpoint, from a personnel standpoint, how you want this team to play, what will be the most evident differences?
We're just going to be a hard-fighting team, Not saying that we weren't before, but just going to get out there. And my three pillars are discipline, respect, and enthusiasm. So those are three things that you will see in my team no matter what.
What did it mean to you when you saw the way that the guys reacted after the announcement?
It was amazing. You can't really put that into words, or you just don't know how they would gravitate to you. I already knew how the offense felt, but just the defense, specialists, just the whole team, it was different, but it was amazing.
For you, for this program, whether you make it public or you keep most of it within the locker room, how are you going to kind of define success in year one?
Wins and losses is basically almost the number one thing. So I'm not going to get away from that. We're just going to get out there and play our game. And as long as guys are playing with my three pillars, I think we should come out okay.
For a coach taking on his first job in such a crazy period of transition, not just transition to your school, but transition to a new conference with college football overall, what's going to be your biggest focus in terms of making sure that all those outside elements don't affect your number one job as head coach?
That's why you got to just hire people around you that, can handle certain stuff. So everything's just not on my plate. But I have a great team around me. We're not going to get too caught up in the outside noise, just going to stay focused on us and just do what we have to do.
And maybe not just your staff, but have you leaned on Coach Close or Coach Cronin or people who have been there and done that at a very high level for a long time?
We have amazing head coaches at our school, so most of them have reached out to me, giving me tips here and there, but these are people I knew before I got the job, so I've been watching them for a long time.
Yeah, how much does that help? Because I think those from the outside, maybe some Big Ten folks that say, oh, UCLA is coming in, DeShaun Foster's a first-year coach. Well, you're a first-year head coach, but not a first-year coach and not a first-year coach at this institution. How much of a leg up does that give you?
That's a lot, because just the timing of it all, it would have been difficult coming in just so late. But being that I kind of knew the land and had been here before, didn't even leave. I was gone for 2 days, but it's not like I left the program. But it would have been a little bit more difficult, but just being involved in it was okay.
How do you think the move from a West Coast-based conference to being in the Big Ten will affect the way that UCLA football as a program operates, whether it's from recruiting or any other aspect that we see other than what takes place on the field on game weekend?
I'm excited about it because it's given us opportunities to recruit different areas. It was kind of hard to recruit the Midwest knowing that their kids couldn't see them play unless they were coming to our stadium. So the fact that we're going to have games in the Midwest, the Big Ten's opened us up to a lot of exposure. And, I'm just excited because UCLA is a global brand and we need to recruit like that.
You're a younger guy. You probably have the kind of appeal to some players that perhaps other coaches of a different vintage maybe don't have. Do you feel like those relationships can help you get the best out of the players to take the field for your team?
Most definitely. These guys, they picked me for a reason. It wasn't just because, he's an easy coach and he's cool with us. It was, my running backs kind of understood what was expected of them, and I think they've spread that to the team, and I think they kind of gravitated towards he expects us to execute at a high level, play at a high level, and just be real men. So I'm just excited for this opportunity.
Do you think your personality, or a fairly soft-spoken, easygoing guy, kind of belies the competitiveness maybe that folks don't necessarily believe that people have when they kind of speak or handle themselves the way that you do?
I just kind of, as a player, I let my pads do the talking. It's still 0-0 after all that talking you do. So I try to make sure my actions are really showing exactly what's going on.
Well, we were joking that I got to cover you during your Panther career, and I certainly saw that with a lot of big personalities in that room, and you just ran for a lot. I remember that '05 playoff game against the Giants specifically. Do you go back to your playing career ever, and your NFL career specifically, to talk to the guys about kind of what it takes to get to that next level?
If they ask, you know, I try not to make it about me too much, but some of my running backs, I'll give them a couple examples or show them a little bit, but, you know, it's just mostly like giving them a voice more, you know, hearing them out on certain situations and stuff like that.
Let's close with this. Between now and opening weekend for UCLA, what's the most important thing you and your program need to get done?
Just basically just building ourselves, really, you know. So it's not about anybody else or anything. It's just mostly us. Just everybody getting out there. You know, we had to pick up a new offense in the spring, continue to elevate that, and defense just continue to play hard and improve on how we were last year.